Hey gang, Scott here. Today's video is about Lightroom and searching for photos, or more accurately, filtering for photos and using the funnels that the search interface of Lightroom has to look at your library of photos with questions in mind, to answer certain questions. What prompted me to put this together is it's about halfway through 2021 as I'm recording this, and so I'm doing a little mid-year checkup on some photo goals that I set out at the beginning of the year. I'll be talking about this on the Stop Down Photography podcast. If you're a podcast listener, check that out. Link is in the show notes. But I wanted to just cover a couple of things I'm doing here in the search interface. If you've not used it in Lightroom before, you should check it out because it really has some good capabilities. And a lot of the metadata you get, air quotes, for free because of the EXIF in your digital files here. So the search interface in Lightroom, it's in the library module. They call it a library filter, and I have this bar across the top. If you do not see that, hit the backslash key. Backslash will make that bar show up for you. And it, the way I like to work with it is has this one little lock icon right up toward the top. And if I leave that locked, it will keep my selected filters active no matter what collection or folder I select on the left-hand side. And so right now I just have my entire top order travel folder, which has all of my professional work in there, and I organize by location. So when I go up into the metadata, I'm interested in looking at this year. So let me make this a little bit bigger here. But that lock thing, I can go look at any segment of my library. So the way this interface works is you have columns, different columns, and each one of them funnels down into a smaller and smaller set. And the question that I'm interested in answering right now, one of my goals was to get out of the quote-unquote wide-angle trap for 2021. So all of my 2021 photos I've taken right now, a little under 500. I decided, let me see what lenses I'm using. And right away, I can tell I'm not really achieving that goal. Here's my long lens. I got exactly 4 photos that I've done with this. But what about my 24-70? Okay, there's some reach in that lens. Maybe there's some photos I've taken at a longer length. I'll pick that one. And now I'm looking at that subset. I can choose another funnel. In this case, I'll choose focal length. Now I can see all the different focal lengths. And yeah, sure enough, I got a lot at that 24 to 28 range. And then I kind of have a big old valley. If this looked like if this was a histogram, I'd have a spike in the shadows, a spike in the highlights, and not a whole lot in the midground. So with that simple search on my 2021 photos, I can already tell I'm not quite achieving my photo goal on that particular item for 2021, but others I might be. One of the other things I wanted to do this year was do more black and white work. If I go back to saying, let's just say, actually not even here, leave that there and just say all focal lengths, all lenses. I could look at the develop status, like the treatment. Did I do black and white or color? And this, of course, only applies to things that are in Lightroom. If I've round-tripped this to other programs, I might not see everything, but this gives me a quick glance at, all right, what am I doing black and white-wise? It's like, okay, I'm doing some work here. I'm not completely ignoring black and white space. Things are looking good there. But the key thing about these funnels is when you are doing your searching, it works left to right. If I go back over into the left-hand side, and right now I'm filtered on black and white, if I choose maybe just April, what do I do in April? Notice that everything reset to all. So if I click on a top filter or funnel and then everything beneath it, it'll all get reset and you kind of start over. So the main reason I point that out is changing the category here from date to something else as your top order. That will ripple through everything. So I tend to work with selecting my folder on the left-hand side. Once you've got that, I work generally by date because I'm usually interested in time periods of looking at things. There are sometimes I'll do subject searches like a keyword and then filter on down there. And you've got a lot of options here. There are ratings and so forth. That's all fine and great. But there is a lot of different funneling you can do. And speaking of which, you can couple metadata searches. Like in this case, I was doing 2021, all of my lenses, all of my focal lengths. But say now I'm only interested in 4-star photos. Well, I can add attributes, and I can set attributes here. I can set color labels, turn those off. Here are all my 4-star photos that I've done thus far. And depending on your workflow and depending on how much metadata you use, you can get very granular very quickly. Now, in my workflow, you see color labels here as well. Purple or unlabeled is finished for me. So now I can see, well, how many photos do I have that are truly finished? And it's 76 photos for the year. And there they are. I'm able to pick those, find them quickly. And so I just wanted to run down that set of filters in Lightroom. If you're not using them, check them out because they are very, very helpful in answering questions about your photography. And in my case, in my mid-year checkup, how am I doing on my goals? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to keep doing? Hope you found the video useful. Got questions? Go ahead and drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.